To introduce now a young man that I had the privilege of covering since he was in high school, Jordan Hobaica, graduating senior of the UC men's hockey team. He'll give the keynote remarks on behalf of the graduating senior athletes.
Good evening. Before I start, I gotta let you know that Coach Clausen met me out in the hallway and said that if I don't mention him, he'll do something bad, and that there's a hockey game going on, so I'll keep this short. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Jason for that wonderful introduction and the kind words. On behalf of my peers, I'd like to say thank you to President Hutton, Provost Judy Kirkpatrick, and Vice President Laura Casamento for their leadership and guidance at Utica College. To our honored Hall of Fame inductees, Mr. DeFontaine, his athletic administration, our coaching staff, our trainers, and especially the parents of the senior athletes here tonight, thank you for all of your unwavering support. What a special night to have past and present pioneers amongst quality family and friends celebrating the success of Utica College. The best part is that all of us in this room tonight, whether we know it or not, has helped develop this program to where it stands today. It is an honor to be able to represent the senior student athletes here at Utica College. All of us here have a special story and will leave with unforgettable memories. A week ago, I had the privilege to speak at the annual scholarship luncheon. For those of you who were in attendance for that, I apologize for any repetition. After all, I am a biology major and writing isn't really my forte. My Utica College experience started at the age of about 2 years old. I really had no other choice. My grandmother, Kathleen Hobaica, who's in attendance tonight, outfitted me. She outfitted me strictly in Utica College sweatsuits. I really didn't have anything else. My family's legacy at Utica College started in 1947, just 1 year after this school was founded. My father, along with 3 uncles and 1 great uncle, all graduated from UC and went on to become successful physicians. My brother Benjamin is currently a junior here at Utica and a member of the baseball team. Accompanying my brother and I are 4 first cousins who are also currently enrolled here at UC. Like I said, my grandmother Kay Hobaica served as Assistant Director of Student Activities for 23 years here at Utica College, so I think it's fair to say I was destined to end up here. I chose to attend Utica, not only because of my family's influence, but because of the direction in which the school is headed. From preschool to high school to prep school. In 4 years as a student athlete here, I've been able to watch this institution grow from a half a dozen buildings to a beautiful campus. The most exciting part is that we are still growing. I chose to come to Utica College because of the balance between academics and its competitive athletic program. Our journey here is like a jigsaw puzzle. For most of us, freshman year is when the journey began. 4 years ago, each of our families brought a piece of this puzzle to Utica, New York. All of my classmates are talented individuals in their own special ways and provide for many unique pieces to this puzzle. On our recruiting visits, each of our coaches expressed that this institution would form, polish, and fine-tune the outstanding characteristics that initially allowed each and every one of us to be considered for Utica College. In a puzzle, the outside edge has to be formed. That's the easy part. Even though we all have the makings of a Utica College graduate, there was still work to be done. Once the edge was formed and the ground rules were made, the pieces started to fit together. Each of us started to bond amongst teammates. We started to figure out what teachers we felt most comfortable with. The quad started to get a little busier, and friendships started to form. As our college career progressed, we each wanted to trim an edge off a piece of the puzzle to make it fit. We wanted to head over to Sherman Ave on a Sunday night for a little Sunday fun day before an 8:30 a.m. class. We wanted to accidentally sleep in whenever we had 6 a.m. dryland training. Fortunately for us, the small-knit community at UC makes it easy for student athletes to hold each other accountable. If we didn't, at least on the hockey team, you could bet a nice little wake-up text from Coach Heenan the next morning asking who the culprit was in last night's activities. That's where we would usually respond with, it was the football team. For me, the first couple weeks at Utica were a unique transition. Having spent 2 years at a small prep school in the Adirondacks, I was able to come home and play college hockey in front of thousands of passionate fans. I felt like I was one of those puzzle pieces, but I just didn't feel as I fit into the puzzle yet. I was recruited amongst very talented hockey players, and God knows Coach Heenan didn't recruit me for my scoring ability, so I felt a little out of place. What I didn't initially realize was that I was acquiring a new kind of family, a family that would hold me for the rest of my life. Utica College holds their student athletes to very high standards. This school, whether we know it or not, has put the most important trait in life. That trait is character. You can have talent, you can have money, you can have popularity, but without character, you have nothing. And with this, Utica College has put together all the pieces of that puzzle. 4 years later, I can look around this room and say, this is what college athletics is all about. Your friends, your teammates, and the relationships you have formed. Former offensive lineman for the Green Bay Packers, Jerry Kramer, once said, when the game is over, it's really just the beginning. Everyone will undoubtedly grow apart and evolve in their future endeavors, but that common bond will be constant and will stay with you forever. Just ask the 1987 Division I baseball team being honored here tonight. That bond is what brought them back here to celebrate their historical success. The friendships you have made will last much longer than a memory of a loss or a bad game. In 20 years, you won't remember your team's record, but you will remember the connections you have formed from being a student athlete here at Utica. Sure, wins are great, championships are great, but there's something so unifying about sports in their purest form. As Division III athletes, we don't play to get drafted or sign multi-million-dollar deals with Nike. We play because so many years ago, when we stepped onto that ice, that court, that field, or the track, we knew that this is what we love to do. We put in the work and the time to get better because we wanted to. And that's what sports teach you, to give it your all. It's that feeling of knowing that you have given your all that makes it worth it. But this fortitude doesn't just apply to an athletic sense. That determination and perseverance that you have learned and honed is going to stay with you all of your life. You are a competitor, so use it to your advantage. It is my hope that you realize everything you've gleaned as a student athlete here at Utica College. Tonight we recognize the achievements of a number of individuals in this room, but I want to say congratulations to everyone. Being a college athlete is no easy task. UC has provided many student athletes the ability to obtain their goals. Even though our collegiate careers are over, our sport will always be in our blood. And guess what? So will Utica College. To my fellow seniors, it's been a great 4 years, and good luck in your future endeavors. So now the puzzle is complete. Now what does one usually do with a completed jigsaw puzzle? Well, my mother, Elizabeth, is a huge fan of puzzles. She could literally spend hours upon hours putting together a puzzle, and when completed, break it up and throw it back in the box. My father, Mark, Benjamin, and I look at her like, how is she doing? She just spent hours, days working on this puzzle and throwing it back in the box. Something we wouldn't do. I can tell you right now, what we have in this room tonight, is one puzzle that we do not want to break apart and throw back in the box. The friendships I've made at Utica College are like something I've never had before. We need to maintain these close bonds, relish these experiences that we've had, cherish the memory, and it would be wise to come back often and bring your checkbooks. At the moment I would like the senior athletes to please stand. Ladies and gentlemen, the staff of Utica College, I present to you the completed puzzle of 2000.